Iran is threatening unimaginable consequences for Israel's latest attacks. The White House says these airstrikes should mark the end of the tit-for-tat between the two countries. Morgan Ortagus joins us. First of all, if Trump wins the election, does a ceasefire look more likely?
Oh, what a good question. Possibly. I think, first of all, you have these two sides, but especially Iran, which has been threatening the utter existence of the state of Israel for 40 years now. Listen, I'm coming to you live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I'm in the region. I'm talking to everyone in the region. The sentiment here, Stu, is not amongst everybody, but from most people I'm talking to, is to let Israel finish the job. These people understand what a threat Hezbollah, not just a threat, they have been actively undermining the legitimate countries, Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis. They've been undermining these government and these peoples now for 40 years. And people in the region are just, quite frankly, sick of it. I don't think that a ceasefire will necessarily happen on day one. It depends on, what Trump decides to do to really put Iran in their place. So perhaps it could happen if Israel decides to really go after Iran in that lame duck period after Trump wins and before the inauguration, if that happens. I do expect that you'll see a lot happen before Trump is inaugurated because, honestly, people will be worried about what happens when he gets in.
Real fast, I've just got 30 seconds. You say you're in Saudi Arabia. Are the Saudis in favor of letting the Israelis finish the job with Iran?
You know, it's interesting. They're obviously not going to talk openly about Israel, but they are, listen, what they are fed up with is what Iran has done to the region. I mean, as is every country. You talk to the Lebanese, they are in the same place. I still think that there is a hope and a brighter future for the Palestinian people. It's not going to come from Hamas, and it's not going to come from Abbas, and nobody knows that more than the Saudis.
Morgan Ortagus, thanks very much for taking the trouble to be with us today from Saudi Arabia. We appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed.